You ever see a watch so well built, so beautifully executed, that your first thought isn't, "I want it." It's, "How on earth is this that cheap?" Because right now, 2025 has some absolute anomalies in the market. Watches with movements, finishing, and heritage that should easily cost double, yet they're quietly sitting there, waiting for collectors who actually know. So today, we're diving into 12 watches that simply shouldn't be this affordable. Some are icons, others are under-the-radar gems, but every single one will make you question what value in watchmaking really means. And if you're into timepieces that punch way above their price tag, from entry-level charmers to stealth luxury sleepers, you already know what to do. Let's start with number 1. A watch that took vintage Tudor DNA and made it dangerously irresistible. The Black Bay 58 is vintage Tudor distilled into pure temptation. It's that perfect blend of old-school soul and modern precision. A 39mm case that hugs the wrist like it was tailor-made in Geneva's back room. That deep navy dial doesn't just catch light, it drinks it, swirling it through the gilt accents like aged whiskey in a crystal tumbler. Inside beats Tudor's in-house MT5402, a COSC-certified engine that hums along for 70 hours, quietly, confidently, like it knows its worth. And that's the problem. It's too good for $4,500. The finishing, the proportions, the bracelet comfort, it all feels like someone mispriced a baby Rolex Submariner and forgot to tell marketing. It's not just a bargain. It's Tudor reminding the entire industry that heritage still matters, and they can still make magic for less than $5,000. The ORIS Aqua Terra 400 isn't just a dive watch, it's a declaration that independent watchmaking can out-engineer the big boys. This thing is built like a Swiss submarine wearing a tuxedo. The 41.5mm case feels sculpted, muscular, yet elegant, and that metallic blue dial shifts like deep ocean light at dusk. Underneath, ORIS's in-house Caliber 400, a movement so overbuilt it practically laughs at service intervals. 5-day power reserve, anti-magnetic components, and a 10-year warranty. 10 years. That's Rolex confidence at less than half the price. Everything about it whispers quiet competence. From the ceramic bezel's click to the seamless bracelet integration that feels more integrated than some watches twice the cost. At $3,900, it's absurd. You get independent heritage, Swiss engineering, and daily wear toughness that could outlast your next 2 cars. The Aquis isn't just good value, it's proof that independence still means integrity. The Longines Spirit flyback doesn't just nod to aviation history, it reignites it. This is the spiritual descendant of the tool watches that timed transatlantic flights and dared the unknown skies. But now, it's refined, powerful, and beautifully overqualified for your morning commute. That black dial is pure pilot drama, sunburst texture, crisp Arabic numerals, and those gilt details that shimmer like cockpit gauges under sunset light. But the real story is the movement. Longines L791 caliber, a column wheel flyback chronograph with a silicon balance spring and a 55-hour reserve. In-house, COSC certified, and ridiculously smooth to operate. For $5,000, you're getting flyback chronograph tech once reserved for brands with commas in their price tags. Add the supple leather strap, the vintage modern balance, and that heritage winged hourglass logo. It's not just a pilot's watch. It's proof that Longines still knows how to make romance mechanical. The Speedmaster Moonwatch isn't a watch, it's a time capsule strapped to courage. This is the piece that survived vacuum, fire, and zero gravity, and came back a legend. The reference 3, 10.3, 0.4, 2.5, 0.01.002 stays faithful to that story. Hezolite crystal, step dial, twisted lugs. Every line radiates NASA-approved charisma. Inside, the Caliber 3861 hums away. Master chronometer certified, coaxial escapement, hacking seconds. An evolution of the original Moon caliber, now bulletproof for modern life. Its history re-engineered for daily wear. What makes the Speedy feel too cheap at $9,000 isn't the price. It's the pedigree per dollar. No other chronograph has this legacy. this hand feel, this emotional gravity. It's not about owning a watch. It's about wearing the story of humanity's first steps on the moon. And for under 10 grand, that's practically a cosmic error.
Quick break before we hit the next chronos. If you've been eyeing any of the watches I've mentioned, or maybe you're just doing some late-night grail hunting, check out the links in the description. They go straight to Exquisite Timepieces, who I'm proud to call the official sponsor of this channel. They're an authorized dealer for over 80 luxury watch brands, everything from Grand Seiko and Tudor to independents like Angelus and Ball. That means you're not just browsing random stock. You're looking at real inventory, backed by manufacturer warranties and shipped globally. Personally, I trust them because I've used them, and I only work with partners I'd recommend to a fellow collector over coffee, and they actually answer emails, rare in this game. Also, a little transparency. If you use my affiliate links and end up buying something, it helps support this channel at no extra cost to you. No pressure, but it means the world. All right, back to the chronos. The Rolex Air King is the oddball of the crown, and that's exactly why collectors love it. It's a pilot's watch wrapped in a rebel's jacket. The reference 126900 brings sharper case lines, a bolder bracelet, and the kind of stealth upgrade that turns skeptics into converts. At first glance, it's pure function. Bold numerals, high contrast dial, bright green seconds hand. But under that tool watch simplicity lives Rolex's Caliber 3230. Chronometer precision, parachrome hairspring, and a 70-hour reserve. It's built like a vault with wings. And here's where it gets deliciously strange. Pre-owned Air Kings hover around 8 grand. That's borderline insanity for a Rolex with modern specs, pilot heritage, and a movement that could outlast your grandkids. It's the entry Rolex that refuses to behave like one. Rugged, precise, and just eccentric enough to make purists uncomfortable, which frankly makes it even cooler. The Tissot PRX Powermatic 80 is the kind of watch that makes you double-check the price tag, because it feels criminally underpriced. At $850, it's everything people love about the integrated bracelet era of the 70s, reborn for modern wrists. That angular case, razor-sharp brushing, and that satisfying snap of the butterfly clasp. It's pure retro elegance with Swiss discipline. The waffle-textured dial gives off serious Gerald Genta vibes, but without the Royal Oak ransom. Inside beats the Powermatic 80, an automatic movement with an 80-hour reserve and a silicone balance spring. It's smooth, quiet, and beautifully efficient. This thing costs less than a decent phone, yet it looks and feels like it should be behind glass at a boutique. The PRX isn't trying to be luxury. It just accidentally is. Cool, composed, and devastatingly confident. It's the watch that proved good design doesn't need permission or a 5-figure price tag. The Shin 556i is what happens when German engineering decides to stop showing off and just execute. No fluff, no flair, no fake luxury. Just form, function, and frightening precision. At 38.5 millimeters, it's slim, perfectly balanced, and absurdly comfortable. That deep black lacquer dial is so clean it borders on surgical. Applied indices, crisp typography, and hands sharp enough to cut through pretension. Inside ticks the SW200-1, a proven workhorse tuned by Shin to their exacting, borderline obsessive standards. Everything here feels overbuilt. The steel finishing, the screw-down crown, the anti-magnetic protection. This thing could survive a fall from a Zeppelin and still make your dinner reservation on time. For $1,800, it's one of the purest expressions of tool watch DNA in existence. No marketing gloss, no borrowed prestige, just engineering honesty, distilled into a watch so capable, it almost feels smug about it. The Tudor Pelagos 39 is the ultimate stealth diver, a titanium masterpiece that proves less can be much, much more. At 39 millimeters, it's compact, perfectly proportioned, and cut from the same futuristic metal that powers spacecraft. But it's not trying to be flashy. It's quietly confident, like a secret known only to enthusiasts. That sunray black dial shimmers with a ghostly sheen, and the snowflake hands, a Tudor signature, glow like fire underwater.
Inside beats the in-house NT5400 caliber, COSC certified, 70-hour reserve, bulletproof reliability. You get all the hardcore diving specs, 200-meter depth rating, full titanium bracelet, micro-adjust clasp, in a package that wears like silk. At $5,250, it's the watch that makes you question why anyone needs a Submariner. The Pelagos 39 doesn't chase prestige, it earns it. Understated, feather light, and built for a lifetime of adventure. The Seiko Alpinist SPB 121 is the explorer's companion. The watch that looks just as good in a boardroom as it does halfway up a mountain. It's a cult classic for a reason. Rugged, romantic, and unmistakably Seiko. That deep forest green dial isn't just color, it's character. Gilt accents glow like campfire light, and those cathedral hands? They whisper vintage charm straight from the 1960s. The inner rotating compass ring adds that touch of old-school adventure, a little analog soul in a digital world. Inside beats the 6R35 movement with a 70-hour reserve, dependable, smooth, and ready for years of faithful service. The brushed case, curved sapphire, and 200 meters of water resistance make it tougher than it looks. For $580, it's one of the most emotionally satisfying buys in the watch world. A proper mechanical companion that feels alive, ready for wherever curiosity takes you. The Citizen Series 8890 doesn't shout, it hums. This is Japan's quiet flex. Modern architecture translated into steel and sapphire. The angular case looks like it was designed by a Tokyo minimalist with a degree in restraint, sharp lines, razor brushing, and a dial that shimmers like skyscraper glass at dusk. Underneath beats the in-house caliber 0950, anti-magnetic and finely tuned for precision. A statement that Citizen isn't just the eco-drive brand anymore. This is their mechanical confidence piece. The bracelet drapes smooth, industrial, and perfectly integrated. A nod to Grand Seiko elegance without the price sting. At $1,400, it's pure stealth wealth. Modern design, real engineering, and a whisper of rebellion. If you love quiet sophistication, the kind that rewards a second glance, not a loud logo, the Series 8890 is that under-the-radar masterpiece collectors love to accidentally mention over dinner. This is Omega at its most effortlessly elegant. The Aqua Terra turquoise dial doesn't try to impress, it seduces. That sunburst teal plays tricks with light, like the surface of a calm Mediterranean morning. You don't wear this to shout wealth, you wear it to whisper taste. At 38mm, it slides under any cuff, yet still holds presence. Balanced, timeless, and just bold enough. Inside beats the Master Chronometer 8800, resistant to magnetism and indifference alike. This is the kind of watch that turns casual outfits into statements. Pair it with denim, with a linen shirt, with a navy suit. It always looks right. And at $7,400, it feels criminal. A watch this refined, this beautifully finished, shouldn't be anywhere near entry-level luxury. But that's Omega's quiet trick, making perfection feel almost attainable. The Tangenta 38 is what happens when German precision flirts with poetic restraint. It's minimalist, yes, but not emotionless. That midnight blue dial glows like ink on parchment, kissed by polished hands that catch light as subtly as a violin string. At 38mm, it's the definition of proportion. Slim, balanced, and designed with the kind of mathematical grace that would make a Bauhaus architect nod in approval. Inside ticks Nomos's in-house alpha movement, hand-wound, visible through sapphire, and finished with Glashütte stripes that shimmer like quiet confidence. This isn't a watch that shouts, it whispers perfection. The typography alone is an essay in modernism. The case polish? Surgical. The price? Downright confusing. At $2,820, the Tangenta delivers hand-finished, in-house horology that rivals watches twice its price. It's refined, cerebral, and effortlessly cool. The horological equivalent of a linen suit with an engineering degree. So, there you have it. 12 watches that absolutely shouldn't be this cheap. From the crisp confidence of the Black Bay 58 to the hypnotic turquoise of the Aqua Terra, every piece here proves that value isn't about cutting corners, it's about cutting through the noise. These are the watches that make collectors smirk, because they know. They know great design, honest mechanics, and timeless style don't always come with a six-figure price tag. If any of these have been whispering to your wrist, check the links below. They help support the channel while you hunt for your next grail. And hey, if you're into watches that punch way above their price, from quartz oddities to hot horology icons, you know what to do. Hit subscribe, stay curious, and keep your crown screwed down. I'm Kronosman, and I'll see you in the next one.